Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Red Ronin, and this is my review of Jurassic World Rebirth. I just came back from seeing it in theaters, got back to my regular evening garb, and, well, I'm going to give a smaller, well, probably smaller spoiler-free section and a spoiler section, so just gonna give a heads up. So, spoiler-free. This movie's alright. It's not the best ever. There are certain parts of it where it's good. It seems like it's going back to the basics of Jurassic Park. It is more horror-oriented at times, which is good. However, it does feel like that the director is playing way too safe with the characters in here, which is very disappointing considering this is Gareth Edwards who's in charge of the movie. He's responsible for Star Wars Rogue One and the creator, and most, if not all, of the main cast there dies, and there is very few characters that are, like, relevant that die. It is annoying. It's sort of a spoiler there, but based on the advertisements, it seemed, and how most Jurassic Park movies work, it's sort of assumable to understand that anyway. The CGI for all the dinosaurs is incredible. There are a bunch of people who have good portrayals in this movie, and there are some idiots in this movie. There are probably going to be a lot of moments for whoever's going to see this in theaters that will make you think, why the fuck are they not dead yet? But a lot of people survived, which if you want people to survive in this movie, you're gonna have a blast. There is a good amount of action, and there is some suspense, and it's overall not a bad experience. However, if you wanted more if you want more kills, if you want more action, I think you're going to be a little disappointed here. Okay, gonna go into spoilers now. So, most of the main cast survives. I already said this earlier, but I'm going to give a rundown of every single person who survives. Most of the people on the posters. You get all three of these people: Jonathan Bailey, who plays Dr. Loomis, Zora Bennett, Scarlett Johansson, and Duncan, who is Mahershala Ali. You get the entire family that we don't find out much about until, like, the last trailer that they're in this movie. They all survive, even though they're all in idiot situations. There's a boyfriend who who is, like, on the boat, so this family is on a boat doing a trip before the teenager goes to college. She's the daughter of, basically, if you've watched Lincoln Lawyer, it's Lincoln. I don't really know much else to say about him, but it's Lincoln in that show. That whole family is just going on a boat trip, and they accidentally take a trip into fucking dinosaur territory. Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus. Their boat gets overturned, the compartments are locked, and none of them get eaten somehow. Throughout this entire movie, they get the definition of plot armor. The boyfriend, Xavier, he is an idiot for half of the movie. He gets better progressively with his character, but he gets locked in the boat and should have drowned based on the amount of time he was underwater. Still there. After he gets better and he's, like, saving people and just helping out with just in general, he goes to the bathroom. They have velociraptors skulking around behind him, and then a fucking pterodactyl comes from the sky and beats the shit out of them, keeping him alive. It's like divine intervention. What the fuck is that? Why? Why did this movie have to play so safe? The father, he has a string of good decisions and bad decisions. Sometimes he's an idiot and he's not really helping his daughters too much. And in other cases, he is the most devoted, dedicated father known to mankind. It is, like, such a big contrast. If you've heard of him, Rupert Friend is in this movie, or Rupert Friend, I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce his name. He plays the generic villain, he dies. And most of the other deaths, most of the other people in this movie who do die, they're pretty irrelevant. I mean, there are two people in here that they mention their names, like, once in the entire movie, and one of them, the only time you hear their name is when they're already dead, and they're just screaming their name. This movie doesn't do a good job in building its supporting cast. It does well for the main characters, but anyone who's, like, supposed to be in the plot, that isn't like a specific circle or specific two circles, they lose. And then lastly, Mahershala Ali, as you see in the trailers, he gets a flare. He tries to lead the D-Rex off, which is like the weird genetic hybrid thing that has an alien head from the Alien Xenomorph movies. It seemed like he was going to die, and then they revealed at the end that he was secretly alive, even though there was no fucking reason how. The monster would have chased him off. They literally showed him being cornered, and he should have been able to be dead. He should have been dead, and he didn't die. Let's see, is there anything else I have? Any other gripes about this movie? Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Loomis, my personal favorite part. He's very quirky, he's nerdy, he's entertaining. He does have like somewhat of a altruistic view, which there's a mercenary character played by Scarlett Johansson. He convinces her really quickly to change, which is weird. Otherwise, 6 out of 10. I don't know what else to say. Hope you have a great day, everyone. Bye.